If you or someone in your family is over 70, this is an update you really don't want to miss. Big changes are coming to England's free bus pass system in late 2025, and for many older adults, this could affect how easily they travel, how early they can use the bus, and even when they first become eligible. There's been a lot of confusion and worry lately, so in this video, I'm going to break everything down in the simplest way possible, so you know exactly what to expect and how to prepare. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe if you find updates like this helpful. It really helps the channel reach more people who need this information. So let's talk about what's happening. The government is planning a full shake-up of the concessionary bus pass system, and the biggest change is something many people didn't see coming. Eligibility will now be tied directly to the state pension age. That means the old idea of you get your bus pass when you turn 60 or 66 will no longer apply. Instead, whenever the state pension age goes up, the age for getting your free bus pass will go up as well. For those turning 70 in the next few years, this could mean waiting longer than expected, depending on your actual pension age. Another major change is stricter renewals. Councils won't just automatically renew passes forever with no checks. Instead, they'll start asking for digital proof of your age and address more often, and most bus passes will be valid for around 5 years before needing renewal again. A lot of this will be handled online using government databases like passport or driving license records, which means fewer forms for some people, but it could be a challenge for anyone who isn't comfortable with digital processes. Travel times are also being standardized across England. A lot of places currently allow older adults to travel freely all day during the week, even in the morning, but that won't be the norm anymore. The updated system will bring weekday free travel to a window roughly between 9:30 a.m. and 11 p.m. But while weekends and public holidays will still allow all-day travel, this may not seem like a big deal, but for older adults who rely on early morning buses for medical appointments or shopping, it could be a frustrating adjustment. We're also moving into a much more digital system. Councils across England have already started rolling out smart cards, smartphone passes, and even QR-style digital bus passes. These options are meant to reduce fraud and stop misuse, but they can also be confusing for older passengers who don't use smartphones or aren't confident with technology. Physical passes will still exist, but councils are clearly encouraging digital options more than ever. And for those with disabled travel passes, additional medical proofs will now be required, with stricter verification checks becoming standard. If you're wondering how this affects people who are already over 70, it really depends on whether you already have a pass. Most people with an existing pass won't lose anything immediately. Your card will simply get renewed under the new system when your renewal date comes around. However, if you're turning 70 soon, and assumed you would automatically qualify, these new rules mean you may have to wait until you reach the state pension age, which is rising towards 67. That's going to surprise a lot of people who thought turning 70 guaranteed eligibility. There are real-life examples that make this easier to understand. Imagine someone like Margaret, who's 74 and already has her pass. When her renewal comes up in a couple of years, her council will likely renew it automatically by checking her records. She won't need to do anything, as long as her details match official documents. But someone like Peter, who's 68 and expecting to apply at 70, will now have to wait until he reaches his pension age. And he may also have to upload documents or complete an online form if his council uses digital applications. Of course, not everyone will be affected the same way. Different councils may still have slight variations, especially those with bigger budgets. Rural areas might feel the most inconvenience because buses are already limited, and restricting travel hours might reduce how useful the pass is. Urban areas, where digital systems are already common, will probably transition more smoothly. The biggest concern many people have is the digital divide. A lot of older adults don't use smartphones or computers, and even more don't feel confident uploading documents or navigating online portals. Councils will still have in-person offices, but many are reducing face-to-face services, which means anyone who struggles with technology might need help from family members or support workers just to renew their pass. Add in the fact that renewals will happen every 5 years, and you can see why some people are nervous about these changes. So what should people over 70 do right now? The best thing is to start getting prepared early. Make sure your identification documents like passports, driving licenses, and proof of address are up to date. Keep an eye on your council's website, because each area may announce slightly different changes or timelines. Also stay alert to updates from your local bus operator, since travel times or rules could shift as the new system rolls out. At the end of the day, the 2025 bus pass changes aren't removing the scheme, but they are tightening the rules around who gets a pass, when they get it, and how they use it. It's a big shift, especially for older passengers, so staying informed now will help avoid any surprises later. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more updates just like this. Thanks for watching and take care.